Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Welcome, welcome to this mental house with me, your host, Khadija. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because this has to challenge your humanity. And actually, this conversation is for white folk more than likely. I mean, you don't want to be lumped together with white supremacists. You don't want to be lumped with people with a sadistic nature like Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, the little chick that does the Kaylee, what's her name? The one that does the press secretary. But what I'm finding out is this is the lowest of the lows. Okay, and at 65, I done been around for a while now. I've seen enough of this stuff to say that if we don't put a stop to it, if we don't put a stop to it, then it's going to overtake us. It's going to choke the life out of us. And the history books are going to reflect how much cowards we really were as a nation. Those of y'all who consider yourself part of humanity, those of y'all who consider yourselves sane and rational human beings. I'm not talking to these church people because if you ask me, there's, I mean, I respect anybody's right to believe what they want to believe. But if you want to know how I really feel about it, I'm more in line with John Lennon. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only skies. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. Um, I don't know if that's an impossible task as long as we dealing with certain white men on the planet. These people have definitely put a damper on our existence as a human family. They are thieves. Everything they've gotten, they've stolen from the indigenous. And then they run around and claim everything as theirs. I've never seen a group of people like this. But I do know that if you got a Bible and it says thou shalt not steal or kill, and these people are doing that heavily, have been doing it on a scale that is just too large to even imagine, then you got to know that God ain't nowhere in it. And I want to know how crazy some of you fanatics are evangelical. Maybe I shouldn't even ask the question because that is the answer. Religion is really, really, really a powerful cult. And anybody that is sane and rational, I don't care how much tongue they speak in, and Paula White, however much money she getting at the White House to allegedly suck off Donald Trump or whatever else she's doing up in there. For those of y'all who believe that that's what God wants, you're psychotic. And I'm not saying allegedly nothing. You are freaking psychotic. And right now we have a psychotic regime that is in that White House. They're bombing kids, shooting children in the head. They're doing an ethnic cleansing over here. Same thing they trying to do to us over here, except they're doing it in a different fashion and a slower way. But y'all don't want to believe that. Y'all don't want to see that. How dare BB go claim, just like white folk, and a person that has no ties, no DNA of that land. And I know y'all gonna get mad. You are imposters. You are Polish, Russian, Germans. You don't have any lineage to that land over there. Yet you're cleaning and ethnic cleansing the people that belong there. And you make it seem like as long as you on a planet, you are impossible to get along with. And that's why you surround yourself with all this military apparatus, because you already know that you should be disappeared a long time ago off the planet. Even the country we lay right now and call our own. You are so arrogant and pompous that you're not even dealing with the Native American, I ain't gonna say Native American because they don't like that. I'll say the native, the folks that was here before you, like us and them, or the Mexicans. That's what the Mexican-American War was all about. But y'all are so crazy that you want to call it manifest destiny, that you can go around the earth and kill people and lay down a flag and claim it as yours. If that's not no psychotic shit, I don't know what is. If I have a neighbor down the street that likes my house and he decides that he just gonna take it, kick me out, take my shit, and I call the police and they don't do anything, if I'm able to call the police, and this is acceptable behavior to y'all, that go to show you you have that colonizer mindset. And you got to work the rest of your life to get out of it. Because the white man is not going to prevail with this kind of stuff. You just can't. I cannot believe that humanity can afford you anymore. They can't afford you. They can't afford your violence. They can't afford your thievery and your pompousness, your arrogance, and the nerve to blame everything on everybody else and to project your madness onto the world. You think you're going to continue to do this. And now you have uh, you have a chief who is a sexual predator. He's a convicted felon. So nobody is going to respect the law anymore because, we had the police endorse him. We saw what happened January 6th. But the police, or the division of fraternal order, endorsed a rapist. I don't understand y'all. If y'all ain't doing nothing else, you showing me that you are perpetually evil. And your whiteness, what you consider your trump card, and I mean that literally, is going to save you from retribution. It's not. You got a price to pay. And the whole human family all over the diaspora is aware of your evilness. And Netanyahu has been accused of war crimes. This man is insane. He's got the same mindset as Hitler. And y'all didn't like him, but he's worse than Hitler. Worse. Bibi Netanyahu, Adolf Hitler, is one and the same. both from the synagogue of Satan. Period. But all I do know is that if we stay on this course that we're on right now, I can't see this world lasting 20 years. I can't see it. What say you, family? What say you? Do you see humanity lasting 20 years longer if Donald Trump and Bibi Netanyahu continues to stay in power? And are you okay with this? Are you okay with this genocide? And gonna talk that crazy shit about what happened on October 7th and Hamas and listen, Hamas was created by Netanyahu. They always create a boogeyman for you to get going on. You can get mad if you want to. I don't really care. You don't know enough. You don't know enough. Nobody's going to sit there and watch year after year after year, generation after generation of you abusing them and think they ain't got no get back for you. You better sleep lightly. Because what you're doing now is you just making the whole human family hate us. When it's really y'all that's the problem. Not the indigenous. It's the invaders, the colonizers. And you always want to relegate somebody to some place. Why don't you go back to the caves in Europe and don't come out because you're not ready yet. You're not seasoned enough. You still are too, Neanderthalish, chromatic Neanderthal. And it's still a part of your makeup. And you need to go in and do some work, or you're going to be the death of humanity. And I say it with my whole chest. So what say you, people? What say you? You think there's any reason, any rationale to this man over here killing these babies nonstop every single day, children with bullet holes in their heads? Uh-uh. Uh-uh. And the worst thing is when I hear black people that are involved in church and spirituality talking about saying that same shit that Ted Cruz said. God said that we are supposed to worship Israel and all that old kind of nutty buddy madness. Okay, I'm done. I want to know what y'all think about this, cause I'm really disturbed. I'm really disturbed about all the human lives that they've taken from the Palestinians over there. And y'all need to, if you don't know and you don't understand what's going on, ask somebody. Ask somebody. And then when you ask somebody, and if you feel they on the side of Netanyahu or whatever, now go get the paperwork. And then have a paperwork party to see exactly what has happened since 1948. Okay, you guys, if you like what you hear, please like, subscribe, and share, and I'm going to see you in the next video.